having a job isn't all about the money. However, when you're young and you've got tons of energy and you've got so many new skills that you want to learn, you want to look for a type of job that's going to make you the most that you can while increasing your skill set. This kind of skill sets that I'm talking about here are networking abilities, the ability to talk to people other than just your friends or just your parents. Trying to understand how to gain that ability to talk to someone that's maybe your parents' age, but it's not your parents. So it's much different. So the job that I want to talk about today is within a golf course. Now hold on. Now, if you aren't a fan of golf or you don't know anything about golf, this can still be a great opportunity for you. I worked with tons of people that didn't know the first thing about golf. They didn't play golf. They didn't know anyone that really played golf. But this type of job still gave them this great opportunity to make a lot of money during the summer and also increase their skill set by, networking and talking to people. So I started working at a golf course as a golf shop assistant when I was a sophomore in high school. So I was 16 and I was just ready to start working. And the great thing about working at a golf course for me was that I'm a big fan of golf. So I thought, this will be a good opportunity for me to get some free golf, maybe even some free lessons. I wasn't even thinking about the money at the time. But then when I started working, I saw, I'm going to be making about minimum wage. So I was making $7.50 an hour. And I thought, okay, that's okay. It's not too bad. It's going to be able to pay for my gas, pay for my meals and that. But then I started to realize I'm making about $10 per hour in tips as well. So that increased my hourly rate to $17.50 every hour for 15 weeks, for 40 hours every week. So in high school, during the summer, I was able to pull in $10,000, which most of this I put into savings. So if you're contemplating, what's the best job that you can get, I highly suggest looking at a golf course. Now, when I say golf course, I'm not meaning like, this cow pasture down the road that, you learned how to play and it's just a public course. Those aren't the type of courses that are going to allow you to make the kind of money I'm talking about or increase your networking skills. So what you want to do is you want to look for a private country club or a higher end public course. So the benefits to this are that you're going to be able to get to know the members, and that's going to increase your ability to network. It may even propel your career. You may meet someone that's going to help you land a career either after high school or after college. Also, the type of members that you're going to be talking to, you're going to have a ton of doctors and lawyers and judges and bankers and just all these different types of people that are going to be coming in and out of the country club that you're going to be able to get to know on a first name basis. That does not hurt your career. So as far as tips go, while working at the golf course, I wasn't necessarily expecting to make much in tips or at all. I guess I didn't really understand what I was getting into. But I quickly realized that you were going to have a lot of one-on-one interaction with these club members, and they expect to tip you. So it wasn't an expectation on my part, but it looked good for them to be tipping me, which sounds kind of weird. But so how it would work is someone would pull up to the club. They'd have either their clubs in the back of their car or they'd store them at the golf course. So then I'd grab the clubs, I'd load them up onto a cart, and at that time they would say, hey, I don't have much. I've got a couple bucks. I know that's not much. I'm thinking to myself, wow, $2 just for loading up your clubs, that's great. I'm going to see 50 people today if everyone gave me $2, and that would be an extra $100 for the day. So I was never going to complain about that. Some of them would say, I'll hit you up later, which means that they'll, give you some money whenever they're coming in. So how it worked was I would be working with 2 or 3 other people, and we would combine our tips, which was allowing us to make about $10 extra an hour on top of our $7.50 that we were already making with our basic minimum pay. So again, when the players would come back in after the round, you'd clean up their clubs, ask them how their day went, how they played, and then, just kind of chime in with, oh yeah, we've been hearing a lot about how difficult the conditions are, or hey, we haven't seen you out here in a while. How was the course? Or when can we expect to see you again? Or how's the family doing? Because these are the kind of conversations you can start to have whenever you get to know them, which is going to really help you network. Another thing about tips, I often got asked, like, what's the biggest tip that you ever received from one individual? So there was this guy that worked on an oil rig, and he was like a large manager of it. And he took out his wallet after the round. I didn't even help him because he didn't want his clubs cleaned. But he gave me $100 bill and said, "Go fill your gas tank up." It's like, all right, so I just got $100 for not helping this guy just because he wanted to talk a little bit. But probably the best tip that I received from one individual was actually this putter. So this is a Scotty Cameron Studio Design 2. It's not in like the best condition, but there aren't any defects to this. So I looked this up on eBay, and it ranges anywhere from $200 to $500 depending on the condition. So this is probably closer to the $200. But this is actually the putter that I use today whenever I'm playing golf. So yeah, that's probably the best tip that I ever received. So maybe you're wondering, like, how do you get one of these jobs? So you want to look for your country club that's in the area. Hopefully you have a few. And then just send them an email. Just look on their website, try to figure out the email address, contact them, maybe even give them a call, letting them know that you would be interested in a part-time job or a full-time job during the summer. So this is something that can extend from spring through summer through fall. And they're always looking to hire someone with high energy and the ability to talk with their members and make sure that the members are feeling comfortable and having the best experience that they can. So with summer just around the corner, some of you've already started summer here, but with this season among us, it got me thinking, like, what are the best type of jobs that you can have as a high schooler or a college student, during your time off in the summer? So I started thinking back to what I did, and I researched, and I couldn't find anything that was better than the job that I had. I started working this job as a sophomore in high school, and I did this all the way throughout my sophomore year in college. So I had a great 4 years doing this. Getting a job at a young age is going to be very important because you're going to have the ability to understand how to create a budget for yourself because you're going to bring your own money in. You're also going to learn how to work with other people and deal with customers. And this is such a vital skill for anything that you choose to do beyond high school or beyond college. So the job that I want to talk about today involves both making a lot of money for the job itself and also talking with a ton of people, strangers, higher up professionals, and just also working with coworkers. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, I finally have some time off, like, I don't want to work all summer. Well, you got to think, what are you really giving up? Are you giving up time to play video games and talk with your friends and stay up late? Like, you need to realize how important these years are that are going to propel you further in your career. So you're not going to want to be older and, trying to get this job and learn these skills that you should have learned at a young age when you were just wasting time. So this is going to help you so much throughout your career, not just this summer, not just next summer, but for years to come. And this is the summer that you can learn those skills and make a decent amount of money on